Good evening and welcome back. Delmarva, Delaware's Nanticoke Indian tribe will kick off a heritage celebration this weekend. WMDT's Tiara Williams spoke with tribe leaders who say Native people, well, they haven't always been celebrated.
The Nanticoke people of Delaware take pride in their traditions and in their beliefs. Sadly, there was a time when they weren't allowed to do so. Here at the Nanticoke Indian Museum, we take a look into the colonization of a culture and the history and heritage of the Nanticoke natives.
Nanticoke means people of the Tidewater, which is kind of fitting for us because we have always resided on the eastern shore.
Tribal Assistant Chief Farah Norwood Stegall describes life for Native people pre-colonialism.
We were known as great hunters and fishermen.
Chief Herman Jackson says Native people were self-sufficient and originally lived along the Nanticoke River, along Laurel, Vienna, and Seaford.
When the Europeans come over, a lot of people, they left, and we had to more or less assimilate, blend in.
Colonial Americans feared the religious customs of natives, ultimately banning ritual practices.
Whatever they called him, it was just one spirit, just like the Europeans have one God. So our religions really parallel with each other, but they didn't see it because we called it by a different name.
In 1885, a Nanticoke man living in modern-day Millsboro, Levine Slocum, was tried for illegally selling gunpowder to a person of color, Isaiah Harmon, who was his relative. We spoke to his direct descendant.
It was illegal in that time for you to sell any kind of gunpowder or firearm to a person of color.
Looking at the future of the tribe, the Nanticoke people would like to see their history acknowledged and respected.
Teach more of Native American history, because you don't have no U.S. history without Native American history. And be honest about it. That's all, be honest. Europeans they took land. That's a fact. So teach it.
Here in Lewis, Tiara Williams, WMDT.
Now, the Nanticoke Heritage Festival is set to take place this Saturday from 11 to 4 at the Nanticoke Indian Museum, and all are welcome to join in with the festivities, eat, and share some fellowship with the Native community. Well, moving on here tonight, the Ocean City Fire Department has released their 2023 response report ahead of the summer season. The achievements include a new water rescue team with additional team members coming on board and dive team equipment, while Fireboat 1 underwent renovations to enhance response capabilities. Now, the year also saw the launch of the Instrument Flight Rules Landing Zone to help pilots fly patients through poor visibility conditions. Chief Richard Bowers tells our news department that he is also proud of just how many calls the department was able to respond to.
We were able to maintain a response time in the city for EMS calls at 3 minutes and 42 seconds. Our fire response time in the city limits is 4 minutes and 15 seconds, which is pretty tremendous.
Absolutely. And Chief Bowers says the department expanded its community safety initiatives, significantly increasing community engagement through programs like CPR training and Stop the Bleed workshops. Well, at this time, we're going to throw things over to meteorologist Eric Alf, who's standing by. Eric, tell us, what's our weekend going to look like? I hear that it's going to be pretty wet.
It's definitely going to be on the gloomy side, but I want to make it clear it's not going to be a washout, but you will have to dodge waves of showers from time to time. Now, we are going to be warming up after a very cool weekend, getting into the mid-80s by the middle of the work week, but it's not going to be completely dry. Daily shower and thunderstorm changes are in the forecast going into next week, so a pretty unsettled pattern is on the way. Live look at Georgetown on the shore auto show Skycam. It's been a little bit breezy out there out of the east at around 10 to 15 miles per hour across the board. A little bit stronger along the coastline, and that's having temperatures stay relatively cool out there. We're only at around 51 in Salisbury, 50 in Georgetown, 54 in Ocean City, and we're down to 52 right there in Cambridge. We're checking in with the weather watchers with Josh from Marion Station, 53 degrees, and Chunky with Lewis, 51 degrees. So a bit cool out there. We got the clouds in place, but it is dry. But there are showers and even a few thunderstorms towards our west that is slowly moving here, and I do not think it's going to get here until the morning hours. But you can see the backdoor cold front and the marine layer kind of slamming against this cluster of thunderstorms, which is weakening them in terms of the thunder potential, so I don't expect any thunder, but certainly showers are going to be the forecast for tomorrow. It's definitely going to be very cool out there, only stuck in the 50s for daytime highs with overcast skies as well. Now, the showers don't come in here until 6 a.m. tomorrow morning, and they'll become more widespread mainly for northern areas of the peninsula throughout the lunchtime hours as well. And I do think that it will be a bit drier by dinner time, still with a lot of clouds in place. Just not a great day out there. Some patchy areas of mist and drizzle as well. And they'll warm up a little bit by Sunday. It will change the wind direction to a more southerly direction with a lot of clouds in place. Notice how I'm not expecting a big washout. A few showers are possible, but I think the big bulk of the rain really stays towards the north and northwest. The last batch of rain will be moving in by dinner time hours on Sunday. Scattered showers possible Sunday night into Monday morning, before another chance for some more showers and scattered thunderstorms are on the way for Monday afternoon. Along with an increase in the humidity, I do think the mugginess is going to be pretty apparent next week. So we'll feel a bit on the muggy side, along with the warming temperatures back into the 80s by next week. So for tonight, 49 to 54 degrees. Showers arriving late towards sunrise, and then we'll have waves of showers tomorrow. Overall, just a very gloomy day out there, 55 to 60 degrees. So we got a small craft advisory for the Chesapeake Bay with east winds at around 10 to 20 knots. And then we'll dry out a little bit by the work week, but with showers and thunderstorms in the forecast. But don't go away. DSI will be right back after the break.